Hello and welcome. If you are watching this video, you are obviously interested in learning how to track our food and making sure that we are getting the most out of MyFitnessPal as best as we possibly can. Now, with this, what I'm going to try and teach you guys today is how to track food, how to change meals on the go if we need to, and also we're going to start off with something that's very, very important. Now, a lot of clients get stuck in the trap that MyFitnessPal often has where it connects your health device, and whether you're wearing a Garmin or a Fitbit, to your MyFitnessPal automatically. If we are obviously religiously tracking our food, especially in a prep setting where things have to be nailed quite precisely, is that if we tend to do more steps one day than the others, it's just going to put our food up when that's not the case. That's not what we want. And MyFitnessPal tends to sabotage a lot of people's days like that, and people can end up getting caught out a little bit by that. So what we need to do here to turn that off is go onto apps and devices and make sure that nothing is connected here. We want to make sure that everything is off. Obviously, we have a bunch of apps that can connect to the MyFitnessPal, and some of them do connect automatically, so we want to make sure that nothing is connected. If you have a premium account, we also can go down to, I think it was exercise calories, and making sure that that is off, where it says adjust my calorie goal if you log an exercise. You don't need to be logging exercises in MyFitnessPal regardless. We obviously have different things and processes for that. Now, the next thing we are going to be doing is actually learning how to change our macros. This really is the most important part because it's going to allow us to track our food to our metrics. So what we're going to do here is click on the three little dots at the bottom right there that says more. We're going to go down to this goals tab here. We're going to go onto calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals right here. And then we are going to change them from here. So if we go up here, we can then get this slider that comes up, and then we can actually just change the metrics here to whatever number you have been assigned for each of those metrics. Now, moving on to the main part of this video now is, like I said, if you're watching this, you want to learn how to track your food comfortably and make sure that you feel comfortable with it, so that if you aren't following a meal plan, or you decide to go on an if it fits your macros day, or just go off on your own without a meal plan and learn how to put food together every single day so you can have a few options, make sure you're still getting your nutritional requirements, but just want to spice it up a little bit and not eat the same thing every single day, then this is the important part, because the goal here every single day is to make sure that at the end of the day, all these numbers at the top here, as you can see, we've got 600 carb, 100 fat, and 300 protein. We're going to make sure that they are all zero or as close to zero as we possibly can. So as you can see here, I've pre-made a day for tomorrow for 5 meals for me. So like I showed you just before, we're going to make sure that we do spread out our protein pretty evenly or close to throughout the day, as you can see that I've done here. And the rest falls where it needs to fall. Obviously, we need to have a little bit more carbs around training time. So you notice that I do have quite a big meal after training just to kind of help with recovery and make sure that I am full up, because I usually be quite hungry after training. Now, with this being said, another main thing that people get caught out here is that they do get caught in a pinch. If we have this day spread out tomorrow, if I'm sitting down here and I'm like, I'm going to eat these meals tomorrow, this is what I decided I'm going to eat, but then tomorrow I get to work and I forget meal 2. I really need to do something here to make sure that we can change something on the fly. The benefit of being able to track your food is that we can do that. If you're just following a meal plan, you don't really know the macros or anything, it's going to be a little bit harder. So what we'll do from here is we will delete meal 2 because we've left that at home and we've forgotten about it. Now, we have these numbers at the top to fill in now and to make sure we adjust to make sure that we can still hit our calorie targets and macro targets as close as we possibly need to. So if we can run to the shops quickly while we're out, what we're going to do here is we're going to pick some foods that are going to be super easy for us to get at the shops and super easy for us to eat. So we can go YoPro yogurt here. They have the small tubs, obviously, so I think there will be 160. We can probably grab 2 of them to hit some to top up our protein there a little bit as well, and a little bit of carbs. We can go and grab some fruit. So we can go blueberries. I've got frozen here, but they can be fresh. And we can grab some more fruit as well, maybe some mango. Again, that says frozen, but that could be fresh. We've then filled up some of our carbs as well. Now, the easiest thing here is we probably have enough protein, fat, and carbs here to fit in something like a protein bar. So if we're really on a pinch, I probably wouldn't recommend these for you guys to have all the time. But if you are in a bit of a pinch and we do need to make sure that we are getting some food in and making sure we're hitting our targets, then so be it. That's the whole point of if it fits your macros. It's convenience, and it's if we need to change things on the fly, then we can, and we have the ability and knowledge to do so. So as you've seen there, we've now hit that protein target. We probably just need a little bit more carbs and 8 grams of fat. But what we can do here is we've got enough of a meal in where we've satiated ourselves. When we get home tonight, we can probably just add that on to the end, so we can go maybe have a little bit more rice tonight, fill that up a little bit. We can probably have a little bit more olive oil with that meal, or we can actually just go to the last meal here and add in some dark chocolate, because we have a little bit more room now. And we can just fill that space up a little bit and make sure we can actually have a little bit of a sweet treat tonight. So then we can go 15 grams here. That's going to be close enough. And we're pretty close to our target. We are a little bit over, but if we really need to, we can just adjust things here and there on the fly, like I said, and then make sure we do hit their macros a little bit better. So that's pretty much the base of it. We want to make sure that at the end of the day, those numbers are pretty close to zero, or as close as they need to be. That is the goal. So I do hope that this video showed you how to track your macros and how to get yourself out of a little bit of a pinchy situation if you are in one. And if you ever need to, you can just reference back to this video. Tracking macros is not hard. It seems hard and it seems complicated at the start, but all we need to do is, like I said, these numbers at the top here just need to be at zero at the end of the day, or as close to it as we possibly can. And that is just the goal. We want to make sure that we fill our days with nutritious food. We want to make sure that we spread out protein across the day and we feed ourselves accordingly around our workout specifically as well.